Hey everyone, good to see you. Um, we'll get going today. Like I said, this is not new material because apparently we need to slow down. So, this is the answers to pages 88 to 91 that I asked you to do. You should do at least these. If you want to do more on pages 88 to 91 for practice. And then you can private message me and I can send you a screenshot of anything else that you want, not a whole video. Okay, let's get down to it. So I asked you to do the yellow ones. I asked you to do those as factors, and there was a 3, 4, 7, and 8. So let's do them first. Now remember, the only thing we care about is ax squared minus bx, plus bx plus c. We want this a positive, and then we factor that. That will give us our roots. If there's a negative out in front, remember, those are positive, and there's the roots. But if that's negative, then it's just this. It's an upside down parabola, but notice the roots are the same. So we just factor this normally. That doesn't apply here. So we divide by 7 because everything divides by 7. R squared minus 7r minus 8 equals 0. That factors easily because I need to multiply to negative 8 and add to negative 7. So it's 1 minus 8. So it's r plus 1. R minus 8 equals 0, which means r equals negative 1 and positive 8. Come over here. This one, you can see I can take out a 4m to get m plus 5 equals 0. Now this one you guys always screw up because you know that one's super easy, but you forget that one. Remember what this means. This means 4m would equal 0, or m plus 5 would equal 0, which means m equals 0 and negative 5. You guys always forget the 0. Now this one, this has that negative out there, so let's get rid of it. And then there is our parabola. That's what we factor for the x's. The negative doesn't matter because all that negative does is instead of being this, it's this. But you can see the x's are still going to be the same. So we just factor the middle there. We know we need to multiply to negative 30 and add to negative 1. So it's 5 minus 6. So it's p plus 5 over 3 and p minus 6 over 3. That simplifies to 2. So p is negative 5/3 and positive 2. Remember, we like to leave these as fractions in math class. But if we were doing a real life question, then we would probably want the decimal there. And number 8, that's just a difference of squares, so n plus 8 and minus 8 equals 0. So n equals plus or minus 8. I'm going to pause for a second to let you have a look at that. I realized that when I did that, that put that big square over half of this. So, I'll just be quiet for a second to let you have a look at it. Okay. Now what did I want you to do here? Complete the square for 10 and 16. So let's complete the square here. Now, even though I'm going to factor this, I wanted you to complete the square. So first of all, I see that 6 comes out of there. So I've got v squared plus 8v plus 7 equals 0. Now, I know we can factor this, kids, but I wanted you to practice completing the square. So if we're going to complete the square, I like to move that out of the way because it's not part of the square that we wish to complete. So v squared plus 8v, then I leave a blank space here, equals negative 7. Now here is where I got to do completing the square, which is divide by 2 and square. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 squared is 16. So I have to add 16 to both sides because that 16 was not in the original equation. So now factor this side, v plus 4 squared equals negative 7 plus 16 is 9. Square root both sides, v plus 4 equals plus or minus the square root of 9, which is 3. Bring that 4 over. V equals negative 4 plus or minus 3. Now that means V equals negative 4 plus 3, which is negative 1, or negative 4 minus 3, which is negative 7. I know we could have factored that, but I want you to practice completing the square. I chose an easy one to complete the square that was also factorable. You have another complete square, number 16, the green one, right there. So this one's a little weird because it's all messed up, but we'll put it in the right order. 2x squared plus 8x, leave a blank, equals negative 6 because everything's moved around. Now 2, 8, 6. I can divide all of this by 2 to get x squared plus 4x equals negative 3. Half square. Half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4 plus 2 plus 2. X plus, half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4. X plus 4 squared equals 1. Square root both sides. X plus 4 equals plus or minus 1. X equals negative 4 plus or minus 1. So x equals negative 5, because that's negative 4 minus 1. And negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. There's your answers there. Those were some easy complete the square ones. And then I asked you to do the formula for 2 of them, 20 and 24, I believe. Well, 14, 20, and 24. Well, there's 14. So let's do that one now. So there's A, there's B, there's C. Oh, but there's an extra one there. So I got to bring that extra guy back over. So I end up with V squared minus 11V minus 28 equals 0. And there is my A, my B, and my C. So I just run that through the quadratic formula, which is negative B, negative 11 is positive 11 plus or minus the root of 121 b squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 28 over 2, because it's 2 times 1, which gets me 11 plus or minus the root of negative 4 times 28 is 4 times 28 is 80, and 16 is 96. That's not right. 92. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 28 is positive 92. 121 plus 92 is 221 minus 8 is 213. I'm doing that without a calculator, so I should actually check it, of course, because it's 7:40 in the morning. 121 plus negative 4 times 1 times 28. Oops, see, somehow I screwed that up. Oh wait, it was negative 28, that's why. 121 minus 4 times 1 times negative 28. 233, huh? Dummy. And then I just do any simplification there that I may need to do. Oh my God, it's not negative 28. Oh, Myers. Okay, fix this. I'm so sorry, everyone. I wrote negative 28, but of course 33 minus 5 is positive 28. So it's actually 11 plus or minus the root of 121 minus 4 times 1 times 28 over 2, which is 11 plus or minus the root of 9 over 2, which is 11 plus or minus 3 over 2, which is either 11 plus 3 over 2, which is 7, or 11 minus 3 over 2, which is 4. Sorry, everybody. And then the next one was, I don't know, 14, 20, and 24, I think. So here again, it's not in ax plus ax squared plus bx plus c form. So let's get it in that form. 9p squared minus 234 equals 0. Now this is weird because there's no linear term. And I've got a 9 there. So we could try to see if we can get rid of that 9. Does 9 go into 234? Twice. Yeah, it does. So I can take out a 9 there. And I would get p squared minus 16. No. P squared minus 26. 9 times 20 is 180. Yeah, 26 equals 0. And I can't factor that because 26 is not a perfect square. So I got to use the quadratic formula. Now, so when we're doing this one, because there's no negative, or there's no linear term, this is just p squared plus 0x minus 26 equals 0. And there's my a, my b, and my c. So it's going to be 0 plus or minus the root of 0 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 26 over 2. Now, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 26 is positive 104. So that's going to be 0 plus or minus the root of 104 over 2. And now, really, what we need to do here is simplify the 104. So 104, of course, breaks down into 2 and 52, 2 and 26, 2 and 13. There's a group of 2. So I get 0 plus or minus 2 root 26 over 2. The 2 cancels all over the place. The 0's gone because it's just 0 plus that. So I end up with plus or minus root 26 because the 2's cancel. And that's the best possible answer. Of course, if we were in real life, we would use our calculator to find the root of 26, which is like 5.1. So this answer is plus or minus 5.1. And then I think that's it. Oh no, I asked you to do 24 too. So 24 is a mess because it's all over the place, but you already know what to do. Just get them back looking normal. So get the p squareds together. So that's going to be 12. Sorry, that's going to be 20p squared plus 92p, because that's going to come over, and that negative 7 is going to come over and become positive 7, negative 167. And then it's just A, B, C. You're going to need your calculator for this because the numbers are so big. So let's do it. It's going to be 92 plus or minus the root of 92 squared minus 4 times 20 times negative 167 over 40, because 2 times 20. Tidy that up with your calculator. 92, turn it on. 92 squared minus 4 times 20 times negative 167 is 21,824. 92 plus or minus the root of 21,824 over 40. Then I go back to my calculator to see if that has a square root. Oh crap, it doesn't, so I've got to simplify it. If you stop there, remember, I'm giving you credit anyway, but if you want to go all the way through, you would take 21,824 and break it down to 10,912. 2 again, and I could do this in my head, but I'm tired and it's early. 5,456. 2. 27, 28. I'm just going to keep going. 1364. There's another 2. Then another 2. $682. Then 341. Oops, sorry. 2 and 341. And that might be where it ends. 341 is probably a prime number. I'm too lazy to go any further, but let's check. Well, I know it doesn't divide by 3. Doesn't divide by 2. Doesn't divide by 5. Might divide by 7. Doesn't divide by 7. Check 11 because that's the next prime number. Oh, it does divide by 11. Look at that. 11 and 31, but those are prime, so we're stopping there because 341 is staying under the radical sign. So I got 1 group of 2, 2 groups of 2, 3 groups of 2. So I got 92 plus or minus 8 root 341 over 40. 40 doesn't divide in 42, but everything can divide by 2 to get 46. That divides by 2. You can divide that by 4, because 4 goes into 92. Once, twice, 23. 23 plus or minus 2 root 341 over 10. And that's where I would stop. That's the best I can do. So there you go. If you want more, message me. And we'll see you Friday, maybe for the meets tomorrow. Stay together, stay strong, stay healthy.